right answer. So if that's like, I put my leg on and I want her to trot, and she trots, there's a momentary release of your leg where you say, oh, thank you, that was nice. Right? And every time she takes a step or a thought in the right direction, you have to say thank you. They could kill us if they want to or they don't. Right? So something as simple as, please go forward, and when she goes forward, we say, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Good? You go forward right there. Good? A little bit of a bend to the inside of the walk transition. Thinking about the flexion, close your right leg. Down. Right? Put your leg up to the woo! Right? So a little too much tail spin, but right answer. Right? Put your leg up, something happens. Now you go, okay, maybe I do a little bit of that. Right? Try one more time, change direction. Good. A little flexion to the right. Good. Yep, more of that. Yeah, okay. Good. Back to the right forward. Wheel up. Right foot forward. Back and then you go. Super. Good. Okay. Around the outside, you're going to go across your diagonal, KXF. Yeah. Straight down one side. Slight flexion to the right. We're on the rail, but we're still going to the right. So we keep the flexion directly in the direction of the crowd. Good. So check that and keep forward. Toes in front. Point your toes at her nose. Good. So again, she just gets a little tight against the ring, she drops the shoulders, you turn, yeah? So we'll do a circle or two here, and then we're going to do some more diagonals. So we get her a little bit more in four-wheel drive. More motorcycle, we get a big change. Good. Okay, left hand up a little bit, right hand back and down. There. Remember, your gloves are a pair, you keep them together. Walk transition. Your leg, lower leg forward. Good. So, do you feel when you go down the walk, you kind of just like you push up in your stirrups a little bit? Step against her. I want you to boom. Okay? I want you to pretend you're 300 pounds for 1 second. And I want you to sit down. Okay? You could be one of it, hanging off the feet. Boom. Okay? Drop. Because you don't need your hands to stop, you do need your entire seat. There's nothing worse than an amateur wiring your house when you open up your walls and you don't know what light switch does what. So don't do that from the beginning. You have an advantage of kind of starting the horse now. So ride the horse you want to ride in 10 years. Right? This leg means this hand means this. When I sit, you stop. When I put my leg up, you go. Okay? Good. I love the trot here. Look at that. Good. Okay, ready? And walk and sit. Yeah. Ah. Lower leg. Woo! That was nice. Go back. Well done. Now, as you do that, I just want you to feel, even if I don't see it, I want you to feel like your knee just relaxes a little bit more. Okay? When you're ready, on the top. Really good. Get the hands together. Don't shove up on the reins too much. I don't say that very often, but I don't want you to feel like you start to try to climb up and you compromise your shoulder. Good. Okay, we're going to do a walk transition. Feet underneath you. Yeah. Now, that took the extra step because your knees were like, what am I doing? Right? But you connected in your seat, your leg is a little bit longer so you can do that better because when you do your own level up in a couple of years, your lower leg has to be down and around, so you got to touch those hind legs underneath. Right? Neatly like the gifts on your Christmas tree. Up the trot. We're going to go across the bag in a second. Watch that left hand together with the right one. Good, not too fast. I love forward, I don't like 10. Okay, so as you go through one circle here for our diagonal. When you go across the diagonal, I want you to make sure you squeeze the outside rein a little bit so that she stays square and level. Her ears in front of you should always look the same height. You don't want her to tilt her head so that one is lower than the other. When you come across the diagonal here, make sure you squeeze right rein a little bit. now as you come onto the outside, you're going to touch your left rein a little bit with that right leg support to keep her from diving around that turn. That was better, right? When you're doing your dressage test, that matters, right? Because I'm going to be like, get in your corner. That's what I mean. Okay, so diagonal again, KM, with your outside rein a little bit through this corner, so that you don't drive in. The inside hand stays off just gently, so that the inside shoulder has room to stay up. And your outside rein stays connected to prevent her from falling over to the left. Good. There. It's a simple, stupid little thing, but that extra step and balance through the corner will do things like set you up for the canter transition that's coming 2 steps later. Right? Good. Going to circle. And we're going to do a 2-loop circling time. Okay? So we're going to do 1 circle first. And then I want you to start your serpentine not quite with the long diagonals, but a little bit straighter through the middle. And then we're going to increase the level of bend after you've done it a couple times. Okay? Yeah, so you're going to do like a little bit of a short diagonal here. Okay, like this. So figure 8 is just a big loop. So you have a 2-loop figure 8 in this, basically 20 by 43. So I'm going to come across the middle, and then I'm going to go over here to the right. But instead of making this a big fancy like loopy hat, you're going to make this turn, and then you're just going to come a little bit straighter, and then loop on the other side. You're just going to make it easier, so it's not so like, yeah, nice to the right. Good. And then a nice big 20-meter circle with that end, and you come to the middle, and then you scoot back to the left again. Good. Yep. Now go straighter through the middle. Time like a diagonal. Yes. Now you go to the left. There you go. Wall to wall. Again, you're focusing on the balance of keeping your inside leg to your outside rein. And then as you change through the middle, you're changing the other inside leg and the other outside rein. It's very simple, but you're looking for both circles on both sides in both directions to be the same. Right? It should, the top shouldn't feel different until I'm going to the right versus going to the left. Good. Again, cross through the middle in that figure 8. So you're going to swing, you're going to go straight, and swing over to the right. Hands together. Good. Now the right leg comes on a little bit, left rein, the wall. Yeah. Because you see, especially when she comes on this side, she really wants to do like, right? Good. And then cross through the middle, and you're going to go back to the left. All the way to the wall. Hands together. Good. So you keep it simple. Remember how I said we move the whole word as a unit and you say as a unit? We're not going to tilt our hands as we change direction. You're just going to stay up here and make it a little off. Okay? Again, swing through the middle and go to the right. All the way to the wall. Keep it simple. Take it step by step. Left rein, right leg. There you go. Good. If it looks boring, you did it right. Good. Keep your lower leg in front of you a little bit. Turn. Middle. Good. Okay, now we're doing the same shape, but I want you to have it look more like circle to circle. Okay? So a little bit more bend into a little bit more bend. So more like a letter X in the middle, not straight line. Okay, so you're on your circle here, and then you're on your new circle. There you go. Good. One more time. On the rail there. Little right leg. Keep your right leg forward. You like to keep the right leg a little bit farther back than your left. It's a strong leg, isn't it? Good. Yeah. Good. Little bit more bend to bend, but I like that Don't knock your hands out. Good. Slow, just like I'm busy. Good. Good. Straight across the middle. Keep your right leg in front of you a little bit. Good. And then come back to me. Carefully, you don't make this first loop too big. You got to turn off the base. Good. Hands together, 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 together. Better turn. Good for you. Hands together. Hands together. Hands together. Feet forward. One eye, hands together, hands together, hands together. Good. That's it. No walk transition. Like underneath. Yeah. Moments of suspension now. So when we start to open up the horse with a little bit of lateral, a little bit of bend, we're trying to get her to kind of open up her rib cage and breathe a little bit more. You too. Can you breathe? Are we all right? As I'm like, go, go, go. Okay? I have no concept of time. I'm doing it. I got lots of time. Yeah. All right. We're going to get a walk break, and then we're going to do it again. Except, now, we're going to do our three loop the way we've been doing it. Except, we're going to walk over your center lines. Okay? So you're going to turn. This is me on my board. Walk. Walking, 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 walking. Run. And go over there, and then as soon as I face the center line, I walk. And then I turn to my new one. And I cross the wall. Okay? The point is, I want you to take yourself off the roof. I want you to use the entirety of the ring. Not a ring. Doesn't matter how quick you move. I want you to go wall to wall and really feel like she's staying level and balanced as you're turning on each one. So she stays equal in both hands. She stays equal in both legs, and your hands stay together no matter where you go. Right? Because we already established with the transition, we don't need our hands to do the transition. Right? So you're going to turn off the wall, and then you're going to sit the way you've been sitting. And then she's just going to walk forward. The first step of walk, she's going to go like this. Trotting. And then I walk. The first step of walk, you're going to go head forward. Okay? And then you're going to head forward as a trot. A vampire. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Pick up the ball. Nice. Put on your circle, and you'll say that you're doing that. Being fabulous. Good. And together. Good. All of that doesn't matter. Not in trouble. Okay, three minutes. Walk straight in the middle of the middle. You got it. Hands together. Keep it simple. One step at a time. Hands together. Together. And walk. Forward. And across. Forward. Good. Good. And walk. Good. So, this circle's a little tight because that felt rushed, yeah? Okay. This is a good like self-assessment because you're like, crap, that transition happened a lot faster than I think it was supposed to. Right? So that means we kind of got the turn a little bit. So again, loop, together. Walk. Walk straight. Give yourself space. Together. There. Good for you. Walk. Rock. Good. One more time. Good. Every time you walk, take a breath and step apart. This is, like I said, it's not a speed exercise. I want you to feel balance. I want you to feel the left side. I want you to feel the right side. I want you to feel a little bit. That's it. Sorry. So actually, this is harder, and I prefer not. Right. And walk. Walk. Yep. Maybe knee for a second. Oh, jump. I say that, and I walk. That's my favorite thing to hear. Oh, no.
He knows what that is.
We may have done this a
time or two.
I told you, you're not gonna hear anything new, unfortunately. I'm just gonna be mean and